Nick Wright can't help but rip Jalen Hurts yet again on TV. I think we might have finally gotten to Chris Sims, and Nick Foles weighs in on what Jalen Hurts has to do to win the Super Bowl. I'm Thomas Mott. This is The Thomas Mott Show. What's up, guys? Thomas Mott here. Welcome to the Thomas Mott Show on a Saturday. Feeling great as we are less than 8 days away from Super Bowl 57. Quick note here before we jump into Nick Wright ripping Jalen Hurts. No shocker there. We'll be announcing the towel giveaway. Yes, the NFC Championship game towel. This one right here in just a little bit, so stay tuned. We're going to do that after the Nick Wright and Chris Sims section of today's show. Thumbs up for that. Okay, so Nick Wright, quickly, a little bit of backstory on Nick Wright. I used to intern for him on First Things First. Love him. Great guy. Really nice to me personally. I've been trying to get him to come on the show. He's busy right now, though. We'll see if I can actually do that. You should tweet at him, by the way, and tell him to come on the Thomas Mott Show. But for everything I like about Nick Wright, he always disrespects Jalen Hurts. He's been doing it all season long. Now, he is a Patrick Mahomes homer, but listen to this take about Jalen Hurts. This is just, it's getting comical at this point. My tweet says it right here. This is getting comical.
Do I think Jalen Hurts is an MVP caliber player? No. And the thing is, I don't think anyone does. I think people are like him, which they should. I think they're impressed by how he carries himself, which it would be impressive for a 34-year-old, much less a 24-year-old. I think they root for him because he's kind of a sports underdog, because he lost his job at Alabama, because he wasn't a top 10 pick, a first-round pick. He was a late second-round pick. And because of all those things, and because some people are quarterback win zealots, they pretend to think he is a fully established player when he is not. And when we know the Eagles don't yet, at least with his current injury status, trust him fully throwing the football. I watched this playoff game against the Niners when the Niners were drawing dead to move the ball, when the Eagles were up 2 scores, late third quarter, in field goal range. And they called 5 out of 6 plays designed quarterback run.
Okay, we got to stop right there. Oh my goodness, it just makes my head absolutely explode. Do you see? Look, can we break down his argument here? He's saying that Jalen Hurts is only an MVP candidate because people feel bad for Jalen Hurts. Because Jalen Hurts he lost his job at Alabama to Tua, and then he didn't win the Heisman Trophy at Oklahoma, and then he wasn't a first-round draft pick, and so he's a good story, and that's why people are talking about him being an MVP candidate, but he's not an established quarterback. Wins don't matter, by the way, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and the Eagles don't trust him to throw. Now, the Eagles don't trust him to throw because he's bad at throwing, which if Nick Wright actually looked at the stats of Jalen Hurts all season long, he would see that Jalen Hurts has been an incredible stat guy, and Nick Wright loves his stats. But his argument there is that because Jalen Hurts has an injured shoulder, and Philadelphia still does not yet see the need to throw the football with Hurts 40-plus times in either the Giants game or the 49er game, because they were blowing out both of those teams. One was the number 1 defense. They're calling quarterback runs, which means Jalen Hurts is not that good of a passer, which means he's not a good quarterback, which means he's not worthy of MVP. That's the argument right there. Did I misconstrue that argument at all? Let me know down below. Seriously. No, I didn't. That's the argument. Plus, as I've been reminded, isn't the NFL MVP award a regular season award? Yes, it's going to be announced in the next couple of days. It might be tonight. I don't even remember when it's announced. But no, it's an MVP regular season award. What is this argument? This argument doesn't make sense. Can you please explain this argument to me? Oh, he's not an established passer. Oh, he's just not putting up the stats. Yeah, he's winning, but wins don't actually count. Have you looked at Jalen Hurts' stats this year? Have you looked at the total number of touchdowns that have come through Jalen Hurts, either passing or throwing? Have you watched him dominate defenses, including the number 1 overall defense this past week? What is it going to take? Seriously, what is it going to take? These are the same people who absolutely lay down everything for Lamar Jackson. They protect Lamar Jackson as if he is the greatest quarterback of all time, and they all see it, but we don't. Whereas we see Lamar Jackson, who going through a contract dispute right now, didn't want to play when he was a little bit banged up, hasn't been able to win playoff games, literally at all. Oh, and is injured all the time. And they go, oh, he's a great passer, even though he's a much better runner than a passer. You see Jalen Hurts, who's a better version because he throws the football way better, and it's like, no, I can't buy that. No, sorry, we don't like Jalen Hurts. Oh, man, it's a crazy take. It really is a crazy take. Now, Nick Wright's a Chiefs guy. He's a Mahomes guy, just like he was for LeBron James. He's a LeBron James guy. And I've talked to him personally about this. He truly believes LeBron James is the best player of all time, and he uses stats to back that up. Same thing goes for Patrick Mahomes. And yes, it's Mahomes versus Jalen Hurts. But even if Hurts beats Mahomes in the Super Bowl head-to-head, I am sure Monday afternoon on First Things First, Nick Wright will still not give him credit. If he does, I'll show it here on the Thomas Mott Show. Again, love to interview Nick Wright. DM him, message him on Twitter, tell him to go on former intern Hot Take Tommy, or Tommy 2 Takes, whatever they call me on the show. Go on my show, and we'll discuss. Have a fun conversation. Thumbs up for that. Okay, let's go from one Jalen Hurts hater to another and give you some actual good stuff here. Listen to this. This is Chris Sims. I think we broke Chris Sims. I think Eagle Nation finally got to Chris Sims. Listen to Chris Sims here. It feels like he's pulling teeth at this point, admitting that Hurts is good.
Hey, I was wrong. Yeah, I questioned how good he was. He's definitely a top 10 quarterback in football, what he's doing. He's one of the greatest leaders in the sport. You could tell even right there, it doesn't even seem like he's happy he won the NFC Championship game. He seems like he's still, like chippy and like, I'm going to prove you wrong, still more there to it. I love that about him. I do. And again, he's done a great job as far as leading the team, making big plays, running the football, doing that. And then the way they're playing is formulated around his skill set now. To where they got something special going here yesterday.
Isn't that funny? That was from Monday, right? For literally all season, I've shown you Chris Sims videos of him ripping Jalen Hurts. And every single time it was, the cast around him is really good. Or, the coaching is really good. Or, he hasn't played anybody. And yet, the entire time, Jalen Hurts is winning football games and making big plays. And yet now, after finally going to the NFC title game and losing one game as a starter this year, Hurts goes, I was wrong. I admit it. It's just funny. I mean, it's like pulling teeth for this guy. So all this is, one, Jalen Hurts does not see any of this. There's no way Jalen Hurts actually gives, two blanks about this. But this is rat poison for Jalen Hurts. And he learned that from the king of pointing out rat poison, and that is his former head coach, Nick Saban. There's a reason why the Eagles have kind of shifted to taking SEC Alabama guys, or I should say SEC guys, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Alabama guys, Devontae Smith, obviously Jalen Hurts. It's because they don't put up with this sort of BS, and it's just funny that Chris Sims finally is realizing that he might be wrong about Jalen Hurts because Hurts has the best record in football this year, beat the number one defense, won back-to-back NFC playoff games, it's all doing it on an injured shoulder, and is about to go to the Super Bowl. Finally, we can admit, he's actually pretty good. Thumbs up for that. It's funny stuff, guys. It really is. Okay, serious stuff right here. You guys finally ready to see who wins the Go Birds towel? And again, only had one. Only going to a member. You got to be in the United States to be able to receive this. Just wanted to give you a little fun memento that I picked up when I was at the NFC title game. The winner is, through random selection, Pat O'Donnell, a Mott Gold level partner, as a member of the Thomas Mott Show. I appreciate all of the new members, the people who have joined the Thomas Mott Show to support. But Pat O'Donnell, you are the winner. Pat, in order to receive this, you must email me. You see the email in the description box, thomasmottshow@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know that this is officially you. Give me your address, and I will go ahead and get this shipped out to you right now. I will do a lot more member giveaways in the future, so be sure to subscribe and be a member going forward. But only got one towel. That's the towel that I'm giving away, and Pat O'Donnell was randomly selected. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap up here quickly with a Philadelphia Inquirer article. Two little fun points here. They talk about Nick Sirianni and Nick Foles. We'll start with the Sirianni point of this. How about this? Quote, Nick Sirianni wasn't a finalist for the NFL Coach of the Year award, but the Eagles' second-year head coach was voted the league's best by Fox Sports. He could potentially win Comeback Player of the Year because of the way everything started, said Fox Sports analyst and former Eagle quarterback Mark Sanchez, pointing to Nick Sirianni's awkward introductory press conference. It felt so weird his press conference, but I can't argue with the systems now. They look good, baby. So he's not winning Coach of the Year from the actual voters because they're idiots, but he will win it from Fox Sports. So there you go. Congrats, Nick Sirianni, although he could really give two blanks about this. Okay, over here, how about Nick Foles' advice for Jalen Hurts? How about Super Bowl 52 MVP? He was at Philadelphia City Hall on Thursday morning, talking about or testifying in a medical negligence lawsuit involving former team doctors. That's neither here nor there. What he did say about the Super Bowl and Jalen Hurts was this, quote, I think you just do what you just do what he's been doing. He's had an MVP caliber year. Most importantly, he's been leading the guys well, and they respond to him. You can tell that when he steps onto the field, there's a huge effect to the game, and that's what makes a player so valuable. And not only that, he doesn't have to do it himself. He has great players around him. He has a great O-line. He's got a great D. He's got a great team. And then when asked about distractions, he said you just got to block out the noise. Honestly, I only really talked to my wife during the 2 weeks leading up to it. And then when asked about, obviously coming back to Philadelphia, quote, your heart starts beating a different way. He said, fly, Eagles, fly, and go Birds. All right, there you go. There is the Eagles legend, Nick Foles, talking about Hurts in the Super Bowl. Wouldn't it be fun to have Jalen Hurts add his name to the Eagles' pantheon of greatness with the second Super Bowl championship? Maybe even a statue if you have some sort of really cool play like the Philly special. That statue outside the link, very, very cool. All right, all-time favorite today on the Thomas Mott Show on a Saturday. Plenty more stuff coming up as we officially hit Super Bowl week tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe for that. We'll see you guys in the next one.